If you're into data science or deep learning or some such, you've probably come across Jupyter Notebooks. It's a web-based interactive code editor that can be used as a standalone web application or through Google Colab or through extensions for code editors like VS Code. It supports multiple languages, primarily Python, but also R, Haskell, Ruby or Julia. But wouldn't it be nice to have something similar for languages like C# or JavaScript or PowerShell? Well, there is. Polyglot Notebooks is an extension for VS Code and, as the name suggests, supports multiple languages. Let's have a look at it. As mentioned before, Polyglot Notebooks is a VS Code extension, so you can install it just like any other extension. Once that is done, you can create a new notebook. Maybe some things need to be installed, but that happens automatically. In a notebook, you work with cells. You can create markdown cells that allow you to add explanatory text or documentation or whatever, and you can create code cells. Each code cell can run independently, and you can choose the language you want for each cell. For example, if you create variables in the first cell, you can use them in the second cell, and the variables are persisted within the current session, so you don't have to keep rerunning the first cell. This gives you a very flexible way to write code. As I said, you can set the language for each cell individually. Even more, you can share variables between different languages, so you can create a variable in a C# cell and use it in another JavaScript cell. You can do this in the variables window or just manually write this line of code. You can also get the syntax highlighting and code completion you're used to from VS Code or other IDEs, so you don't have to compromise. NuGet packages can also be used. Just add a line like this to a cell, execute the cell, and then you can use the package in the session. Super simple. Such a notebook can be saved in the IBYNB format, which is the same format used by Jupyter Notebooks. Now that you have an idea of what you can do with Polyglot Notebooks, what scenarios might it be useful in? Well, for example, for learning, Polyglot Notebooks provides a simple and straightforward way to try out programming. You can also use it to try out new code concepts, APIs, languages, whatever. You don't have to create a whole project just to try something out. Maybe you'd like to use it to test HTTP endpoints, either by selecting HTTP as the cell language or by making fetch calls in a JavaScript cell. You might also use it to interact with a SQL Server database. Just install the driver via NuGet and you are ready to go. Or do you have some daily repetitive tasks you do on your computer and want to automate them using C#? Well, maybe you should consider using Polyglot Notebooks for that. So, pretty neat little tool, right? I think I will be using it regularly for various tasks in the future. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. A little side note, you can also use JSON serializers with Polyglot Notebooks, and if you can't decide between newtons of JSON and system text JSON, watch this video next. Thanks for watching, bye!